The VR Gaming Revolution, an in-depth look into the cutting-edge world of virtual reality. Virtual reality, VR, technology has been around for decades, but it's only in recent years that it has made its way into the gaming world. With the rise of VR gaming, players are now able to fully immerse themselves into virtual environments, creating a whole new level of gaming experiences. What is VR gaming? VR gaming refers to the use of VR technology to create a realistic and interactive gaming experience. Players wear VR headsets, such as the Oculus Quest or the PlayStation VR, that track their movements and provide them with a 360-degree view of the game world. This allows players to not only see and hear the virtual world, but also to physically interact with it. Benefits of VR gaming. One of the biggest benefits of VR gaming is the sense of immersion that it provides. Players are no longer just passively watching a screen, they are fully immersed in the game world, able to look around, move, and interact with virtual objects as if they were real. This level of immersion can lead to a more intense and memorable gaming experience. Another benefit of VR gaming is the increased physical activity that it can provide. Unlike traditional gaming, VR gaming often requires players to move and physically interact with the game world. This can result in a more active gaming experience, which can be especially beneficial for those looking to get more exercise. The future of VR gaming. As VR technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more exciting and innovative VR games in the future. New developments in haptic technology, for example, will allow for even more realistic physical sensations in VR, further enhancing the immersion of VR gaming. In addition, VR gaming has the potential to revolutionize the way we play games. With VR, players will be able to create their own virtual environments, customize their characters, and even play games with others in real time, regardless of where they are in the world. Challenges in VR gaming. Despite the exciting potential of VR gaming, there are also some challenges that need to be overcome. One of the biggest challenges is the high cost of VR hardware, which can make it difficult for many people to access VR gaming. Additionally, VR technology can be uncomfortable for some players, particularly for those with motion sickness or other physical conditions. Rust. Copy code. VR gaming development timeline. Sequence diagram. Participant VR headset. Participant VR gaming. Participant VR technology. VR headset. VR gaming emerges as a new platform. VR gaming. VR technology drives advancements. VR technology. VR headset improves user experience. In conclusion, the future of VR gaming looks bright, and it will be exciting to see how it continues to evolve and shape the gaming world in the years to come. Types of VR gaming. One of the biggest strengths of VR gaming is its versatility. There are many different types of VR games, each offering a unique experience. Here are a few of the most popular types of VR games. First-person shooter, FPS. FPS VR games are similar to traditional FPS games, but with the added immersion of VR. Players use VR controllers to aim and shoot at enemies, just like in a traditional FPS game. However, because players are fully immersed in the game world, the experience is much more intense. Adventure and exploration. Adventure and exploration VR games allow players to explore virtual environments and complete various tasks. These games often have a strong emphasis on storytelling and player choice, making them ideal for players who enjoy a more passive gaming experience. Sports and racing. Sports and racing VR games allow players to compete in virtual sports or races. These games can be especially enjoyable because they provide players with a sense of physical activity and competition, even when playing in the virtual world. Puzzle and strategy. Puzzle and strategy VR games challenge players to think critically and solve problems. These games often have a more relaxed pace, making them ideal for players who enjoy a more cerebral gaming experience. Choosing the right VR headset. With so many VR headsets on the market, it can be difficult to choose the right one. Some important factors to consider when choosing a VR headset include compatibility. Make sure the VR headset is compatible with your gaming system or computer. Comfort. Choose a VR headset that is comfortable to wear for long periods of time. This will ensure a more enjoyable VR gaming experience. Controller type. Consider the type of controllers included with the VR headset. Some VR headsets come with handheld controllers, while others use motion sensing technology to track hand movements. Price. VR headsets can range in price from a few $100s to over $1,000. Consider your budget when choosing a VR headset. Final thoughts. The cutting-edge world of VR gaming is an exciting and rapidly evolving field, offering players a unique and immersive gaming experience. Whether you're a fan of FPS games, adventure games, sports games, or puzzle games, there's a VR game out there for you. With the right VR headset and the right game, you'll be able to fully immerse yourself in a virtual world and experience gaming like never before. Thanks for watching, and please remember to hit the subscribe button.